On July 17 my waters broke, and together with my husband we went to the clinic designated by the university insurer, as I was near the end of the course in history of art. This was in the city of Barcelona. When I got there, the duty midwife examined me. I did not cry out or express my pain in any way. I have never cried out from pain. I breathed deeply, a form of tension reduction which reduces the pain also, somewhat. Anyway, as I did not make a sound, the midwife said I was not in labor, that I certainly had not broken my waters, and most probably, I had wet myself without knowing it. I replied no, that my waters had broken and the fluid was transparent and not urine-colored. She paid no attention and sent me home. At home, the whole day of July 17th, I spent shifting from sofa to chair to bed. We decided, the morning of the 18th, to go back to the clinic. At that time in Spain, July 18th was a holiday, the uprising, a celebration that our fragile democracy had not yet eliminated from the calendar. On that day, bombs went off near the clinic. Finally, the gynecologist attended and after an exploratory examination opted for an urgent cesarean section. I was exhausted, no strength was left in me even for breathing. My whole body hurt, especially the lumbar region. My legs were very swollen and the lower part of my vagina pained me. They transported me to surgery and did the cesarean. I was put under general anesthetic. Suddenly, I saw myself outside my body floating around inside the operating room. I saw my daughter. I saw the reflex tests being done on her and the doctor listening to her heartbeat. The nurse made notes on a sheet of paper of all my daughter's physical responses, finally saying aloud, normal reflexes and excellent lung function. I could see myself covered with a green-colored sheet with an opening in the middle. They were sewing the incision from the cesarean, which had to be made vertically as I was at the point of dying. My heart had no strength. They were all running and putting on the surgical masks. I felt no pain and I was more concerned for my daughter whom they took out after washing her under a faucet and wrapping her up in white towels. After that, I fell into a lethargy from which I was awoken by the voice of my aunt, who was like a mother to me when I arrived from Mexico. They had such a strong voice that I could hear he quite clearly. She had hoped for a boy, but I loved my child from right down inside. I didn't care about the sex of him, her. I knew it was a little girl, but could not speak, so could not tell her. What she said and which I found very unwelcome was, I would never have seen you as the mother of a daughter. I was feeling happy, and just thinking about my daughter. My husband took my hand, and as we already knew the name we would give her if it was a girl, I had chosen it years before, he said to me, Quiralt, this means Caer, stone and alt, high in the Iberian and Latin. It is also the geographical name of a virgin, patroness of a village in the Catalan Pre-Pyrenees. He said, Quiralt is great, it's lovely. All this in the Catalan language which is very sweet and melodic, a language of musical vowel sounds. Quiralt is a sacred place from time immemorial. When my husband took me to this place, as he was and is a lover of mountaineering, I was enchanted by the surroundings and said to him, I don't know if we will get married, but whether or not I marry you, if I ever have a daughter I am going to call her Quiralt. Afterwards the gynecologist confirmed that I had been on the point of death and that the baby had the cord around her neck, which is why she stayed high and did not come down. When the midwife examined me and realized the baby was still high up, she decided I was not in labor. Now my daughter is an admirable researcher of the history of the Civil War and the mass graves of the Franco era. Like her father, a great historian. She weighed 3 kilos.